morning to all of you and a happy World Image Day as well. Image Management Professional Association. This is an association in India, Middle East, and the Indian subcontinent. It educates, regulates, facilitates, and integrates the image management industry. But I'm sure you've heard this before also several times. What exactly is IMPA? So IMPA basically is a set of like-minded people from the same fraternity who are very passionate about industry, who are willing to do a lot more, stretch themselves, and they really want to do a lot for the people who belong to the fraternity.
IMPA as a community aims at focusing on the growth of each and every member, and hence having a stronger industry and a stronger industry presence. Based on that, we have done a lot of work, as Mrs. Agarwal said, in the past year. In 2016 and 17, we had done about 53 events with, I think, a footfall of about 500 members and non-members. And the growth this year is 70 events, pan-India, and 1,600 plus footfall, which is absolutely awesome.
Learning events are there to upskill you. It's basically there to organize a platform where you can have added information, knowledge that you haven't got from anywhere else. So you need to understand that all these events that we organize, they are basically there to add a lot of value to your learning and development. I want to ask you this question. Do you know what is image? Image is you in your own eyes first, and then in the eyes and minds of others. What do you think about yourself is very important. So if you don't think that you are in the perfect space, if your image is not positive, you can't help others. So the first and the most important thing is that you need to be your own image consultant. And for all those people who feel that they have probably paused and they have missed their bus of opportunity, this is not the end. You continue to give yourself opportunities till you feel that you have given up from within. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
I'm to be talking about branding today. Your brand in action, personal branding. What is a brand? You know, branding is really a word that's replaced reputation. Really is one and the same, and yet you know that reputation involves many things, as does branding. I've got 3 points I want to take you through. Number one, more than anything, people buy emotion. Point two, people don't buy their way into something, they buy their way out of something. Point three, facts tell, stories sell. Each of you develop your stories. What is your story? Your message. Success by design. Carefully design your lectures, your seminars, workshops, and consultations with intent. Your intentional design becomes the cornerstone of your communication. They serve to build your brand and your brand value, changing lookers to bookers, and that's what we want.
There are three things that's worked very well for me in business: trust, integrity, and passion. The moment you have passion and you believe in yourself, you believe in your industry, nobody else will say no to you. And that's something that's changed for me. Look is important, liking is important, people should like you is important, but beyond that is the trust factor. Because the moment you start working on the trust factor, the concentration moves from the pocket to the heart. It moves from problems to solutions. And the moment the client knows that you're interested in their solutions, in their problems, giving them solutions, it starts working well for you.
There are 8 factors that I believe influence a client's learning directly, and I'll put them all here in front of you. First being walk the talk. I'm sure we all understand, we practice what we preach. Second is mastery before momentum, that comes from Judith. Getting technically sorted ourselves before we start working out and sharing that information with others. Intelligence of the client and common sense of the consultant, a big factor that influences the learning of a client in a one-on-one consultation. Defining session goals, beginning with the end spelled out, beginning with the end in the mind. Type of learner the client is he an auditory learner, a visual learner, or a kinesthetic learner? The learning space or the place where the consultation is done, and I was amazed to see what this little small change did to the learning of my clients. Language or the verbal content of the consultant, and tools that are used during consultations. So these are the 8 factors that I feel influence learning of a client.
One, two, three, and stop. And play again. Mori Bayasa is a song and the rhythm and the story of celebration, of happiness beyond ecstasy. When you don't have any words to express how happy you're feeling, in West African language you say you're feeling Mori Bayasa.
Everyone we introduce to our clients, they would eventually have an interview with us in our offices. Yeah? So when we invite people in our offices, we will actually look at 3 different things: technical knowledge and technical skill sets. We will assess them on their softer aspects. And thirdly, we will try to make them understand what the role is about and engage them about the motivation about the role.
Teachers should actually become teacher trainers. And in order to convert teachers into teacher trainers, we need trainers like you. So you are the people who can actually be the game changer in this nation. You can create trainers. Trainers can create better students. Therefore, you can create better students, better people, better youth. You can make a huge difference to this nation. The country needs you. And you will be the game changers in the years to come.
When I've been doing my research on employability with universities around the world, we've understood what are the things that employers look for at entry-level hiring, what makes a student sort of get over the top and actually get the job. Let's talk about the 3 things which are the most visible, because when you just have 10 minutes to sit with a candidate to understand if they're the right fit or not, ultimately you're looking for what is called visible signals. That means these are indicators that I can see that make me believe that this person is a good fit for my company and will do well in my company, right? When I interview a student, the 3 things I'm looking for is good communication skills, very obvious. Second is past academic performance. It doesn't mean that the person actually has academic knowledge that is relevant to my company, but it indicates that the guy's worked hard and made an effort. The third thing which is important, and this is where you guys come in, is what you would call person to environment fit. Will this person fit into my company culture? Is he a Saif Ali Khan trying to walk into my wild MTV style culture where we all have blue hair and earrings, guys and girls have longer earrings than each other? Versus, is he the sort of person that we can deal with? Can we have a coffee with? Do we understand he's the right person?
For me, an image is self-image, what you think of yourself, who you are from within. So it's a very essential part of us. So when you're talking about image, when you're talking about training yourself, training others, being impactful, you cannot take away the person from the image, isn't it? So it's imperative that we focus on the person. It's imperative that we focus on ourselves so we know how to make other people enhance themselves and bloom for who they are. That self-acceptance is very important.
As a consultant, as a service provider of any type, what is it that you are saying in the market? You are making a promise, right? What is the promise? Hire me to look, feel and perform better. This is what you are saying, right? This is what pretty much every image consultant promises. In different words, in different whatever, that what do? I make you look, feel and perform better. IMPA is the flag bearer of this industry in the Indian subcontinent. Year after year, it will go from strength to strength. And this is your one platform to get connected with people, to know what's happening in the industry, what is going to happen in the industry, and what is the role that you can play.